sports. It's in the game.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Throwing to start here is Tua. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Ready. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. A beautiful fake. Loose inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. His throw incomplete. Second and 10.
44. Ready.
Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out here with the option left. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
On the ball. Cougar 19. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Sack.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Dragon 60. 70.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one's incomplete. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Let's go. 19 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown. Noah Fant, 26 yards. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Quez Watkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Street. 18, Pioneer. Set go.
They'll drop to throw. Going right back to Fant. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard.
Hawks 70, Hawks 19 tight, 19 tight. Hook.
Now back to throw. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. Open man is Barner, the tight end. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Back to throw again. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Chap 60, chap 79 Bronco.
Back to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Sanders on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Okay, ready?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready, set.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Ready.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Set, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
60. Warrior 70.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight. Hut.
They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They shakes him off. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Flush to his right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Trap 60, trap 60, 79 Bronco. Ready, ready.
They'll set up a throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 10.
Ready?
And it'll bring up second.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. And up.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Here we go, set.
Smith and Jigba in motion right.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, ready.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's cut. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 32 yards. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
19, Tiger, 19, go!
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Turbo 1, hard.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Quez Watkins as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. Now,
got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
Here we go, here we go. Dragon 60. Hut, hut.
They'll throw now on the final play. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he returns this to the 22. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. 1 second, all that remains. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Warriors 70.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
Let's go.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come on, set. Check, go.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
18 Cardinal, 18 Rattler, 18 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Chap 60, chap 60.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And the first thing that jumps out at you when you watch Barner's tape, how physical he is as a blocking tight end, which can help him replace Will Dissly at that spot. But don't be surprised if he can catch a few passes downfield as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. Down the left sideline, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this third quarter. They'll try and throw for it, and he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're right here.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other. And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
East right, snow. Go ahead. Ready, set.
Up the middle, Achane. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. De'Von Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
On the set.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Give to Walker on the read option. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Cougar 19. Hit it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, the tide definitely seems to be turning in this 3rd quarter as this defense is able to knock the ball free and recover.
And let's look at it this way. Their offense is right back out there who just got them the lead a few minutes ago. This has the potential to be a big swing in this game.
Throw caught by Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins 1st down as he'll get this across the 50 to the 49. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Out.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Tua going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
21G.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
60 check go.
They're going to look to throw. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Here's 1st down.
7 Pirates. Mustang 19.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be...
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Hey, 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 hey.
Throwing Tua. Connecting with Hill. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Short throw to Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
44. Ready.
Tua. Finding Watkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Get on, then. Hey, hey. Get on.
Now Tua. Open net is Waddle complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Miami, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.